If you have a cell phone, would you please place it on silent so there's no interruptions, please? For Tuesday, April 24th. Tonight's invocation will be led by Pastor Kevin O'Connor. Please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for your presence. We thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to come together and conduct the business of the city. Lord, we pray that you would give us wisdom and understanding in the things that we have to make decisions on. And I pray that you would lead us and guide us in all those endeavors. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Tonight's consent agenda items: City Commission meeting minutes for Tuesday, April 10th, 2018. City Commission special meeting minutes Thursday, April 19th, 2018. And 2018 appropriation ordinance number AO-18-08 in the amount of $4,193,270.63. Are there any questions or amendments to these items of the consent agenda? Seeing none, I'll make a motion to approve consent agenda.
I'll second it.
Motion was made by Mayor Bauer and seconded by Commissioner Doan to approve the consent agenda as presented. Commissioner Taylor.
Aye.
Mayor Bauer.
Aye.
Commissioner Doan.
Aye.
Commissioner Van Oster.
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Next item on the consent agenda is the 2018 appropriation ordinance number AO-18-08A, ISHMS, in the amount of $258.50. Are there any questions regarding ordinance number AO-18-08A? Second.
I did not hear the motion.
I move to approve.
Motion was made by Commissioner Williams and seconded by Mayor Bauer to approve appropriation ordinance number AO-18-08A for adoption. Mayor Bauer.
Aye.
Commissioner Doan.
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Van Oster.
Abstain.
Commissioner Taylor.
Aye.
2018 appropriation ordinance number AO-18-08B, Taylor Crane, in the amount of $844.51. Any questions or comments regarding this ordinance AO-18-08B?
I move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Commissioner Williams and seconded by Commissioner Doan to approve appropriation ordinance number AO-18-08B for adoption. Commissioner Taylor.
Abstain.
Commissioner Van Oster.
Aye.
Mayor Bauer.
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Doan.
Aye.
Moving into old business, ordinance number G-18-04, second reading of an ordinance to amend the electric rates. No changes from the first reading. Questions or comments?
Without any, I'd move to approve ordinance G-18-04 for adoption.
I'll second.
Motion was made by Commissioner Taylor and seconded by Commissioner Van Oster to approve ordinance number G-18-04 for adoption. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Doan.
Aye.
Mayor Bauer.
Aye.
Commissioner Van Oster.
Aye.
Commissioner Taylor.
Aye.
Moving into new business, discussion and action to appoint one person to the Public Library Board. Applicants Vinay, Coley, and Roger Gossard. I see Mr. Gossard is here.
Mr. Coley is not here.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute, he just walked in. Or
Okay.
he's walking in.
Roger, do you want to go first?
Hey,
Hello. Good time. Good timing, I should say.
Okay, I just completed one term on the library board. Y'all appointed me the last time. I can't even tell you how many years it goes, but a couple at least. And I'd like to be reappointed for another term. I enjoy it, and I think I can do a good job.
Good.
That's about it. I don't have much else to say.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Roger, appreciate your service too, Roger.
Yes. Mr. Coley?
Yes. I will. Thank you, sir.
This is Vinay Kohli. I'm MD physician. I've just completed MBA from the Drexel University, Lever College of Business, Philadelphia. So, respected mayor, commissioners, staff, and citizens of Coffeyville. Libraries are important cornerstones of a health community. According to a survey, about 2/3 of adult Americans say that library would have a major impact in the community. Other sectors, such as healthcare, they see public libraries as a critical link to a community. The National Library of Medicine is helping local libraries to be more effective. Local navigators by regularly hosting webinars and training sessions. This is an interesting article I've given to you, and this is written by Carvalho and Butler. This is telling about how public libraries, they help build healthy communities. This article was written in March 2017. University of Pennsylvania study, they found that public libraries are dynamic, socially responsive institutions, a nexus of diversity, and a lifeline for the most vulnerable among us. More policymakers and government officials need to recognize this and incorporate libraries into budgets and plans to build a culture of health and upwardly mobile communities. These are some of the reasons I've quoted, and that is why I want to become a part of public library. And as a physician and being involved in the Master of Business Administration, I was very active in going into the college, libraries, and public libraries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions or comment from the commission? So we have one
Any-
opening.
Any questions, sir?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cully and Mr. Gossard, for your presentations. With that, I move to appoint Roger Gossard to a 4-year term on the Public Library Board, serving to April 30th, 2022.
I second.
A motion was made by Commissioner Doan and seconded by Commissioner Van Oster to appoint Roger Gossard to a 4-year term on the Public Library Board, serving to April 30th, 2022. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Doan.
Aye.
Commissioner Van Oster.
Aye.
Mayor Bauer.
Aye.
Commissioner Taylor.
Aye. I'd like to thank Roger for his service. I already did once, but thank you, Roger, and welcome. Benny, I appreciate you coming forward. Obviously, we don't know you like we do Roger. I've known Roger a long time. I thought I should say something. How long have you been in town? I should ask you a minute ago, but I'll take the opportunity, because I'd like to know you a little better, and I should ask you. But now that we've appointed him, I'd like to visit with you for just 1 minute. First, thank you for coming to apply. I don't believe I've had a chance to meet you before, and I want to say that we would like to get you on a board. I don't know you very well, okay? And that's probably one reason I would hesitate to nominate you. But we do appreciate it, and I'd like to get to know you sometime a little better as one commissioner, and visit with you a little bit sometime. Thank you.
Yes, thank you both very much for applying and putting in the time. Moving on to resolution number R-18-25, a resolution to approve a cereal malt beverage license for the International Association of Firefighters, Local 265, and authorize the sale and consumption of cereal malt beverages in an access-controlled beer garden at Veterans Memorial Stadium on June 9th, 2018. City Clerk Cindy Price will make comments.
Mayor
And we
and
also have a
Commissioners.
representative of the fire department here.
Mayor and Commissioners, this is, as you read, a two-part resolution. The first part, we received an application from the firefighters union for a cereal malt beverage license. We have done the background check, and they meet all of the requirements set out and are eligible to be approved for a cereal malt beverage. The second part of this is the Coffeyville Community College is holding a duck race fundraiser on June 9th at Veterans Memorial Stadium. And in conjunction with this fundraiser, the firefighters union plans to have their own fundraiser by having a beer garden in an access controlled area at the stadium. There was a drawing included in your packet.
Yep.
Their funds will be used for their activities, and Bobby Tracy is here from representing the firefighters union. He'll be able to answer any questions that you have on this.
Okay. So this is the north end of the Veterans inside the fenced-in area, correct? So
I believe that's what's in the drawing.
yeah, I think it is. I just
It's in
wanted
the
to-
parking lot, the main parking lot.
It's in the main parking
In the
lot?
main parking lot, yes.
Say it was submitted by our union president, but if it's in your drawing,
Okay.
I believe they're supposed to be setting something up in the parking lot for the duck race.
Okay.
So
Gotta turn my head sideways.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Would there be any problems? I mean, would there be any concerns or problems from anybody on a topic like this? I mean, I don't have any, but
They've got the security covered.
FOP is going to provide security? That's what it says on
Yes.
on the sheet?
yes,
They're actually, Mayor, Commissioners, the IAFF are actually in discussions, reaching out to the chief. They've got to put in a formal request for
And-
security.
and there will be compensation for the officers, so it won't it won't be at the cost of the city.
there you go, there you go. That's good to know. Okay,
Any other questions from the commission?
I don't have any.
no,
I move to approve resolution number R-18-25 for adoption.
Second.
Motion was made by Commissioner Van Oster and seconded by Mayor Bauer to approve resolution number R-18-25 for adoption. Commissioner Doe.
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Van Oster.
Aye.
Commissioner Taylor.
aye.
Mayor Bauer.
Aye. Thank you, Bobby. Resolution number R-18-26, a resolution to issue a purchase order for insurance coverage for the city of Coffeyville. Finance Director Stephanie Richardson will make comments.
Mayor and Commissioners, this item is for property and liability insurance for the city. Staff, with the support of Charlesworth and Associates, put out an RFP. We do that once every 3 years. So we went through that process, and based on the timeline that was allowed to return those submissions, we had a couple of companies that chose not to submit quotes to us this year. We did receive one proposal from our incumbent carrier, and we also received a proposal from an organization called K-Camp. They are a self-insured or a insurance risk pool, and they're made up of member counties and cities. They're interested in expanding more into the city municipal government area. But it was recommended after reviewing the proposal that we take a little bit more time to kind of get to know their program, the other cities that are involved in that, how active we need to be to participate in that program. So it was recommended that we remain with our current carrier, which is OneBeacon, for an additional year, and then go through this process again starting in November next year to allow additional time for getting quotes next year in order to allow those other companies that are interested to submit bids. I will note that OneBeacon, when they submitted their first quote, it was $292,802, which was a 14% increase over our last year proposal. After we had reviewed the proposals, went back to OneBeacon and looked at the amounts again, they went back to their company and was able to get the proposal reduced down to $269,572, which ended up being a 4.8% increase. We typically budget a 10% increase in our budget, so this fit much better into our budget proposals that we had submitted. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to try to answer those for you.
Any questions from the commission? So I'm glad we reached out and renegotiated.
Yes.
Or attempted to renegotiate
Yes.
a better price.
And K-Camp's proposal helped with that.
Yeah.
But we are interested in getting them here for some training and an opportunity to kind of meet with the commission.
Right.
And find out what their proposals, what their programs are like, and what that involves in the city's side. So
So we only got 2 this year? Is it just
Yes.
because I read through it, is it because we were late getting the request out for the RFP, or is it?
typically, they say 60 to 90 days. I contacted Charlesworth at the beginning of February, but by the time we were able to get everything together and submit the proposals out to the agents, we were running a little bit behind, and so it compressed the time that they had in order to send that back.
Okay.
With our move, and Charlesworth was moving,
Yep.
and it's just,
Any other questions from the commission? I move to approve, sorry. I move to approve resolution number R-18-26 for adoption.
I'll second.
Motion was made
you.
by Mayor Bauer and seconded by Commissioner Van Oster to approve resolution number R-18-26 for adoption. Commissioner Taylor,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Doan,
Aye.
Mayor Bauer,
Aye.
Commissioner Van Oster.
Aye.
thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Resolution number R-18-27, a resolution to enter into an agreement with Cohen Construction for replacement of the electric distribution warehouse roof. Interconnected Operations Manager Don Onslager will make comments.
Mayor, Commissioners, I'm bringing before you a resolution for electric distribution warehouse roof replacement, associated guttering and downspouts. A little bit of background. The distribution warehouse addition was erected in 1994. The metal roof had a 20-year coating warranty, which is now expired. The metal is now due for replacement with well over 25 holes throughout the roofing panels. It was also recommended through a consultant that we used about 1.5 years ago that the skylight panels be removed or barriers put up for safety reasons. The determination of staff is to replace the existing deteriorating metal panels, guttering, downspouts, and removal of the skylights. The coatings now used on the new materials have a 40-year warranty. Staff issued a request for proposals and received 4 bids. 3 were area contractors, and 1 was from Blue Springs, Missouri area. Staff recommends that the mayor be authorized to enter into an agreement with Kane Construction Services of Fredonia, Kansas for the replacement of the electric distribution warehouse metal roof, guttering, and downspouts. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them for you.
Well, I hadn't heard of this Cole Construction Services. I guess you guys feel comfortable with them, Donnie?
I do. They were the only contractor of the group that answered all the criteria that was put out in the RFP. They gave me a really good packet with references. I contacted those references, got nothing but excellent reviews from them. I'm sure you've seen several of the buildings that they've built. The Aero Shop in Bartlesville, the Cabela's, Romans Cabela's building in Independence. Those are some of the buildings that they've done.
Okay.
And I've spoke with engineering and had them review it as well, so.
I guess the only reason I question it is just because they are considerably cheaper
I
than
know.
the next, I mean, considerably
Right.
cheaper.
But
And I'm
the-
glad that we have good references.
I
but
know. There were
make sure-
2 that were close, then 1 higher, and this was lower.
Right.
And it's, it just,
And I understand that, and it was noted but when you look at the buildings that we know they've done, and I've spoke with the references, and I got nothing bad from anyone about this company and the work they do, so,
and they were the only one that outlined everything you had requested
yes,
in detail.
in
And
detail,
matched it.
yes.
Okay.
With the removal of the skylights, is lighting sufficient in there? Is that gonna cause a problem at all?
It's not, it shouldn't cause a problem. It's the old fiberglass style,
Gotcha.
and they definitely recommended, we'd either have to do that or we'd have to put some sort of barricade around it.
Okay.
And alleviating them also reduces your seam, so you have less possibility of
Yeah.
leaks in the future.
Okay.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve resolution R18-27 for adoption.
I'll second.
They can fight over it.
Motion was made by Commissioner Taylor and seconded by Commissioner Van Oster to approve resolution number R-18-27 for adoption. Mayor Bauer,
Aye.
Commissioner Doan,
Aye.
Commissioner Van Oster,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Taylor.
Aye.
Resolution number R-18-28, a resolution to execute a construction contract with Tri-State Utilities for a sanitary sewer main project. Public Work Deputy Director Jim Bradshaw will make comments.
Mayor, Commissioners, in 2017, we entered into a work authorization agreement with Agar Martin and Associates for engineering, design, submittal, and bidding phase for a sanitary sewer replacement on North Buckeye, north of Stark Street. Plans was submitted to KDHE on March 12, 2018, with no comments received. Plans and specifications were put out for bid and posted on the city's website on March 20, 2018. Bids were opened on April 11, 2018. 3 bids were received. Bids were evaluated by Agar Martin and Associates. Attached to my staff report is a recommendation letter, as well as the bid tab. Our records show that this portion of the sewer system was installed in the early 50s, and the type of pipe is clay tile. The city has cleared several stoppages in the areas shown on the map, which is also attached to my staff report. Staff recommends the authorization of the resolution for a construction contract with TriStar Utilities of Independence, Kansas for an amount not to exceed $187,773. Try to answer any questions you might have.
I don't have any questions.
So they're digging up all the old, putting in new?
Yes, yes, and installing new manholes and new taps as they go.
And they're relatively local.
Yes, Independence, yes.
Yep.
And we've used them before on several projects, TriStar Utilities, yes.
Jim, is this the same size? Is there
Yes.
8-inch in there now?
It's 8-inch now, yes.
So it's just gonna be.
It'll be
better
the same
material.
in-place pipe, it'll be PVC, SDR 35 will be the type of pipe, so. It'll carry the flow a lot better than the old tile. And the problem we have now with the tile is basically roots that's gotten into the joints and cracked over the years. Saying that's been a problem that we've had with stoppages, has been tree roots. So this will eliminate that problem.
I bet the neighborhood would appreciate it.
I'm sure they will.
When it's done, right?
Yeah.
Any other questions?
No questions, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Seeing no questions, I'll move to approve resolution number R-18-28 for adoption.
I'll second.
Motion was made by Mayor Bauer and seconded by Commissioner Doan to approve resolution number R-18-28 for adoption. Commissioner Van Oster.
Aye.
Commissioner Taylor.
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Doan.
Aye.
Mayor Bauer.
Aye. Resolution number R-18-29, a resolution to approve submittal of a project to KDOT CLIP grant program. Engineering Superintendent Thomas Osborne will make comments.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Today I bring before you a resolution to submit to the Kansas Department of Transportation CCLIP grant program. CCLIP kind of took over the T-Works program, which was the clinks, which is the joint repair that we've done for pretty much the past 6 years. We've done continual joint repair, as well as the geometric improvements, which we've done one at 8th and Northeast, 4th and Northeast, and we're currently in the process of 11th and Willow on the geometric improvements. That program was replaced by the CCLIP, which added a third category, which is pavement restoration. And that's what we're proposing this project to be. There's a 600-foot stretch that we haven't done joint repair on because we're pretty much have to replace the whole thing, even doing the joint repairs. And that's what this project is. The grant would be a 90-10 match to KDOT if we were to receive it. And so I'd be happy to answer any questions. This is the last 600 feet roughly of the highway that needs attention before we would start all over again.
Replacing the whole thing.
Yeah, and that 600-foot section there, we replaced everything full depth. I believe I have 11 inches of concrete for replacement too. So.
I read through it. So my only question is, if we don't get the C-CLIP, there's a whole lot of difference between $260-some thousand and 1.3 million. So
yeah, if we don't get the C-CLIP, we'd probably continue to work on any joints that do go ahead and blow out. It'd be rough, but we'd continue to try to get additional funds.
okay.
So.
Didn't we already talk about this exact same?
Yes, we
area
actually submitted
on a
this
different-
project last year
Right.
to the same program. Again, the program's brand new. They added this new section, so the competition for the project funds is quite a bit higher than it has been in the past.
Okay. See, I thought I remember
Yep,
talking
yep,
about
it's
this
the
quite a bit, actually.
exact same
Yeah.
project, yep, just updated bid numbers, so.
Any other questions from the commission?
No, I'd make a motion to approve resolution R-18-29 for adoption.
I'll second.
Who's second? Motion was made by Commissioner Taylor and seconded by Mayor Bauer to approve resolution number R-18-29 for adoption. Commissioner Doan.
Aye.
Mayor Bauer.
Aye.
Commissioner Van Oster.
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Taylor.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thanks.
Resolution number R-18-30, a resolution to execute an agreement with Strategic Government Resources for city manager recruitment. City Attorney Paul Kreitz will make comments.
Thank you, Mayor. Also known as SGR. I contacted SGR after our meeting on Thursday and told them the city was interested in pursuing a formal relationship. I did ask them if they would match Springstead Water's proposal price. The CEO said he wanted to ponder that and get back to me. He did. They did reduce the price from $28,000 to $26,000. I'll let you all make comments about the company if you want to. Otherwise, this is ready for approval, and we'll move forward with the next step.
Thanks, good move, Paul.
Yes, thank you, Paul. Good job. Any comments from the commission? So this SGR, in my mind, stood out as the top candidate in the three that we went and looked at. So they sold themselves in my eyes, and I feel confident that they're gonna go out and market us and find us a good city manager that can help lead Coffeyville into the future. So,
Well, there'll be some talk about this amongst our citizens. As we discussed in our open meeting session the other day, that the public was welcome to attend. I want to say that, you know, it's that we're spending more money. I don't know, an extra 25 or 30,000, whatever the number is. There's some expenses that go along with that on top of the 26, and we decided as a group to spend the extra money, going through the process. This private outfit will turn over more rocks. Their resume and their presentation was obvious that they're going to, you know, give us more service. We're paying for it. I had an opportunity to meet with one of the city commissioners in Independence when I was in Topeka this weekend, and they went with the cheaper price and they were happy. It's a tough decision, and there'll be plenty of people talking about it, okay? But I think we've made the right decision. You know, it costs a lot to go through the process. We want to get somebody that we're not going to have to train, and it's real important to get the right person. And so they were very impressive. They got quite a history, and I just want to say I believe we made the right decision too, and I'm excited to get going. We got to get going if we want to get somebody by the end of summer. A lot of these people have kids that get in school and whatnot, and we want to try to get it done by, you know, start of school anyway. We're not in a big kill hurry. We want to take enough time, but that's what we're going to do, and that's what we decided. I believe we've made the right choice to spend a little money. It was a tough one when you spend more money, but I feel like we did that, and I think I can speak for everybody on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I move to approve resolution number 18-30.
Second.
Motion was made by Commissioner Williams and seconded by Mayor Bauer to approve resolution number R-18-30 for adoption. Commissioner Taylor.
Aye.
Commissioner Dunn.
Aye.
Commissioner Van Oster.
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Mayor Bauer.
Aye. City Manager's report. Interim City Manager Mike Shook.
Mayor, Commissioners, I'll be brief. Just to give you an update, staff is preparing for the 2019 budget. Budget requests have been sent out to all the department heads, so each department's working on their budget, getting ready to submit that back to finance, and then we'll be scheduling meetings to meet with the commission, go over the budget items. Staff will also be meeting this week with representatives from the college, as well as USD 445, and this is regarding the tracks, replacement of the track at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Auditors were here today. They'll be back tomorrow gathering information to do the 2017 audit. And the Coffeyville Street Drags, they're this Saturday. We've met with that group yesterday. I think we found an alternative to protect the integrity of the airport, keep the public off the airport property proper, and still have the drags itself. So
good.
Invite the public to come out and enjoy that as well.
Definitely.
That's all I had.
It's going to be a nice weekend.
Yeah,
Looks like it anyway.
Yes.
Mother Nature holds out.
I noticed they had a really nice billboard up too. here in town on 11th Street around the curve. It looks really good. Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. This time we'll,
So, while we're talking, Mike, everything going pretty good with your interim city manager position, so the public will, you have a,
I believe it is. I put the question back to you five. I hope that it is. We're all working together as a team currently, trying to address each issue that crops up during the day. So.
Mike,
I've heard nothing but good things. We had a chance to talk a couple times since, you know that, but, I'm hearing good things and we appreciate it.
yes, definitely, and I hear good feedback from your staff, and so keep up the good work.
They do the heavy lifting, so
Yeah.
it's back to them. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. We'll open up comments from the public. The public is free to comment on items not listed on the agenda. Please address comments to the commission as a body and be mindful of others who may also wish to speak by limiting your comments to 3 minutes. I knew we could count on Mary.
Mary Wilson. I've been associated with the military for many, many years in my married life. And recently I've noticed that there's some people that don't know when you display the U.S. flag with the eagle at the top. The eagle always, always looks forward, never backwards. Just remember that for us people associated with the military. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Mary, is that forward there?
Yes, sir.
She
Okay, I mean,
corrected
it's
it.
on an angle. I didn't know if we were, you know. Okay, good. Thank you.
Anyone else? This time we'll take comments from the commissioners and staff. Well, I know Jim has plenty to say.
I got something to say. I'll go first.
He's biting
I'll
at
go
it.
first.
All right.
I usually like to go last, as you know, but I'll go first. As you know, the Kansas League of Municipalities, am I saying that right? I always get KLM, the L and the K, here it is, the league, had a retreat, a meeting Friday and Saturday, and I went and got this book, which is it's 2 years old. They redo the book this is the 19th edition, but, and here's our agenda, okay? And I talked to Cindy about this real briefly this afternoon on my way back. You know, as you go along, you learn about things in life and business or in your jobs. This meeting they have every 2 years, okay? And it's for new city commissioners and mayors, okay? It's a training deal called Government 101 was one of the topics they called it. And this handbook is a governing body handbook. It's a really nice book. We went through most of it. They had 2 meetings going one time, some for mayors, some for new commissioners, so you couldn't attend it all. And of course you weren't invited if you weren't mayor. If you weren't a mayor, you didn't get to go in those meetings. They had a couple. Anyway, they have them every 2 years at the time that the new city commissioners get elected. So, you know, that's when you go. I didn't know that when I was elected first time. I was talking to Cindy about it, and I was offered. I didn't realize how important it was, okay? And I talked to Cindy real briefly. I want to try to get some kind of something in place, standard operating procedure or whatever we're going to call it, to get our new commissioners committed, and even the ones running campaigning, that they'll commit to go to it, because I kind of missed it, okay? And from the start, and it's just a great one day. It's Friday afternoon and then Saturday morning till 2. It had some great speakers. The attorney was a young lady that was very impressive. She's the counsel for the league, and she spoke for quite a bit, for 3 or 4 hours. And they had I didn't have time to prepare for this like I wanted. It was I really wanted to take an hour and be able to read it to you, but it was a very good meeting. very good speakers, and they have other meetings through through the year, which on certain topics. I went a year ago and showed up in Wichita, and I was a little bit late, and I left a little bit early, but I wasn't that in. It was specific topics that really I didn't think affected me. I was there for probably 6 hours instead of 12. But anyway, I do want to try to get something in the future for that. But we're all going to get a handbook, okay? And it's a very good handbook. One thing I kind of learned, and that we can call them, the league is there for us, okay? Like any association or service. And they're really working, we've got 625 cities in the state. There was a new city, I don't have the name of it, but they got a brand new city. We haven't had a new city for about 65 years. And there's a new little city. It's north of Hutch. And then they talked, there were some facts that I learned about how many cities there are with less than 100 people. There's lots and lots of cities. And I don't have the number, I'm not very prepared here, but there's like a couple hundred cities or more that have less than 100 people. So it's very interesting to understand how the league works, the service they provide for us, and we need to build on that in the future. So we'll all get a book, and that's all I've got to say.
Thank you, Commissioner Taylor.
Thank you.
Oh, I will add one thing. They trained on the KMO, the Kansas Open Meetings Act, and about ordinances and how to do ordinance. I mean, the thing went on. It was almost overwhelming. So anyway, they're there for us. As I sat there and consumed that, I realized, shoot, I could have called them about that. I could have called them about that. And I think some of us have called a time or two. I've understood, and I really didn't soak in. But when you show up for these things, you learn a lot, and it's always fun to go to Topeka. But anyway, thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none, I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion was made by Mayor Bowden, seconded by Commissioner Doan to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
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 It's the 40-minute